The most powerful force on earth is the power of vision. There is nothing more powerful than being able to stand and see what I call limitless sight. Limitless sight. Vision is the only thing that can help you to physically be on earth and transport yourself out of the earth. You can be on earth and you can transport yourself out of here by the power of vision. Some of you will bear this with me. By the power of vision, I see myself coming out of the pulpit in DYERSBURG, walk through the door, air condition is right here. Make a left, walk on the pathway, go up 3 steps, open the door. Oh, dining room is right here. But I'm not going there. I'm going to go straight ahead. And there's a classroom. No, I'm going to make a left. When I make a left, there's another classroom. Wait a minute. Sonoma is looking through the glasses here. Okay, Sonoma, I ain't dealing with you now. I'm going to go to the first door. There's another door there that's blocked. I'm going to go to this door. I'm going to open the door. When I open the door, look at Mama's desk right there. Look at my desk right there. Oh, a couch is here. Mother Helen's slipper is here, a love seat. Wait a minute. To those of you who did not know, the church in DYERSBURG is demolished. And I just walk out of the pulpit of a demolished building. By the power of vision, I can have the ability to literally see the invisible. Everybody shout, I can see the invisible. Come on, shout, I can see the invisible. You see, the vision gives you the power to know the impossible. To know what is impossible. I can see the invisible, but I can know what is impossible. And when I know what is impossible, it means I can see the past. That's what I just showed you in DYERSBURG. I can see the present, and I can see, but you've never been to the future. I agree you've been to the past. So when I was coming out of my office, I was working from a memory of my past. When I'm standing at this pulpit here now, I'm working from my present side of the present. But how do I see the Nezra project completed when we haven't dug the first hole? If you can understand that vision has the power to catapult you and take you to where you have never been. All right, let me do this. To those of you who have known me for 2-3 days, you've heard me say this. When I was in my teenage years, even before teenage years, I have several out-of-body experiences. I told you all about that. There is no street that I have walked on Makala, in no street, Kingston Park, no street in Knoxville that I have walked on in the 80s, 70s and 80s that I didn't walk through those streets in the 60s. As a matter of fact, I more or less have the power then to activate it. If we are going to bed tonight and I'm hungry and tired and don't want this African life no more, I intentionally activate my out-of-body experience. It happens several times. And I will be gone. Once I lay down, I will be gone. And I will be gone for about 3 months, whereas it's only a night's sleep. But I intentionally, after a while, was able to say, I'm out of here tonight, because I was tired of the situation. So, if out-of-body experience can launch us into the future, our memory can launch us into our past, and our sight can launch us into this moment. Let's look at the book of Revelation. Let's see what John saw. In the book of Revelation, 1:19, the Lord spoke to John. He said, write the things which thou hast seen. This is where vision comes into play. He said, John, write the things which thou hast seen. Watch this. He said, have seen. So that's the past. And the things which are, that's the present. And the things which shall be. So the Lord is letting us know, no, get this straight. Tonight, you're going to see tomorrow. That's where we're going. That's where we're going. You will see tomorrow and beyond. Because God has shown us that I can call John to the Isle of Patmos and say, John, start writing. Write what you have seen in the past. Your memory will give you that. Write what you are seeing now. You are looking at it. But what we don't know, to those who haven't been there, is that you can even write today what you will see 10 years. I need to release a secret to you before I get there. I'll get there in the teaching. But I will tell you why only a few of us can really see that future. I will tell you why. The reason why you don't see it, I will tell you why. As a matter of fact, you don't see it to protect you. You have to be protected from yourself. That's why you don't see it. Let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. Somebody shall go deeper. Come on, shall go deeper. Let's look at vision. Vision can be given to a person, but a people is needed to bring it to pass. Let me say it again. Vision can be given to a person, but a people is needed to bring it to pass. As a matter of fact, I have searched in the Bible. There's no place where God gave a vision to a group of people. Vision is always given to a person, but it needs a people. The vision for Pavilion of Hope was given to me. But I can do it without Daryl. I can do it without Josh. I can do it without Rick, and I can do it without Greg. Neither can I do it without Nelvin. A vision is given to a person. No one person can fulfill the vision without a helper of destiny. God never gave a vision to a group. He always give it to a person. Let's dig deep into this. There are two types of vision I want to talk about tonight, and I want to go deep in there. There is what is called a private vision, and then there is what is called a corporate vision. Corporate vision are those visions that are given to individual but require a corporate to make it to pass. Corporate vision given to individual but it require the corporate to pass. Why individual vision, corporate vision is fulfilled by a group of people, but individual vision or private vision are those that are unique to you as a person. And all you need is the assistance of helpers of destiny. But that's not corporate, that's just you individually. It's unique to you, and only your helpers will help you to accomplish it. Okay, let me do this. You can be, okay, all of you here, everyone, leaders, pastors, group pastors, every one of us, we are here because we have subscribed into God's calling to fulfill or be part of corporate vision. If we are not given that directive by God to subscribe to private vision, to corporate vision, we won't be here. But at the same time, each one of us has a private vision that you're praying, God, send me a helper. Because I know that you are driving me through, and your private vision may be within the corporate vision. Let me show it to you. I always use Sunday school because that's where I started. At Gethsemane Garden, I think I have a witness here. Elliot is not here to bear me witness. At Gethsemane Garden, I was graduating 40 to 50 people from my class every quarter. Whereas when I got there, the whole Sunday school does not have 40 people. My individual vision was to populate the church which is the vision of the corporate. But the vision of the corporate is accomplished through my drive, my individual vision to graduate 40 to 50 people every quarter. Go and ask Sister Warren, I never missed it. I never missed it. We were raising in just my class, we were raising from $800 to $1,000 every Sunday. Just my Sunday school class. That was my individual or private vision. But that private vision fed into the corporate vision to be able to make the church grow. So When you are sold out, and I will use that word a lot tonight. When you are sold out to the vision of God, oh, I'm jumping ahead myself. When you are sold out to the vision, then you will be fulfilled in your private vision. But you cannot carry your private vision as a crown and ignore the corporate vision, because your private vision is within your corporate vision. Oh, I'm gonna mess you up tonight, because hey, I was the one who helped Bishop Lowe to form a jurisdiction. When they gave a jurisdiction to a man that only have high school and never knew how a jurisdiction is formed, my private vision was to make him the jurisdictional bishop. And I didn't know that I was drawing the blueprint of the vision. But I didn't see that vision for me. I see my private vision is to make him. Welcome to Momentum. There was a man by the name of Moses that God called and gave him a vision. It wasn't 10 of them, it was just Moses. That God said, go and deliver my people. Ain't nobody there with him. It was a mission for Moses. Aaron came and tagged in. All other people came and tagged in. As a matter of fact, the deliverance was so big until God said, you need a help. And the way I'm going to give you a help is I'm going to go to Egypt and free some slaves. And bring those slaves to come and help you to enter into the promised land. But unless the vision I gave you is supported by the corporate, and God is going to give you a vision, He will always prepare for you those who will support your vision so that you can accomplish it. Look at Paul. When God called Paul, God's vision to Paul is that the Gentiles were neglected. And because the Gentiles were neglected, I want to make you an apostle, not like Peter, not like John. I want to make you an apostle to the Gentiles. He couldn't ask Peter. Peter was as prejudiced as KKK. He was very prejudiced. He was very prejudiced. So he called Paul. As a matter of fact, Paul went and chastised Peter. But that vision was for Paul. So he said, Silas, come with me. Barnabas, come with me. He started gathering people that will help him to accomplish. And lastly, he called Jesus. And he gave him a vision. And the vision he gave Jesus was to establish a kingdom. God said there's something we're doing in heaven that they are not doing on earth, and I want my will to be on earth as it is in. Come on, shout, I'm part of the vision. Say, I'm part of God's vision. Let me show you how he did it. The way he did it is that Jesus said, okay, God, you gave me that vision, but I know it's a corporate vision, so I need some helper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 10, 11, 12. All 12 of you come. And he got 12 men. And he poured the vision in them. And when he poured the vision in 12 people, all of a sudden, the 12 people say, come here, Baptist, come here, Church of God in Christ, come here. And they got all the churches and poured the vision in them. So the vision that came to Jesus now became the vision of the apostle, and now became the vision of the... Somebody shout, I'm in the vision. Come on, shout, I'm in the vision. Y'all sit down. Y'all sit down. Y'all sit down. Write this down. Vision is the key to the future. If you are looking for a key to the future, the key to the future is vision. Because any hope that you can have for the future begins with vision. Unless you can look past Ukraine and know that no matter what bomb Putin throw will not affect me. The only way you can know is when you have seen the future. If you don't see the future, you don't have any hope for the future, because the hope for the future begins. This is key. Whatsoever you don't like, you should look for what you prefer. Let me try it on this side. Whatsoever you don't like, you should look for what you prefer. That's called vision. That's called vision. No, don't start griping. Don't start crying. If you don't like it, look for something you prefer. In leadership class, we call what I just told you the critical hope factor. That is what we call it, the critical hope factor. That is, nothing can get me down. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can delay me. If I don't like it, I'll look somewhere else and get a vision. If you don't like muddy water, look past muddy water and spot a dry ground. If I don't like it, I look for the alternative. All right, let me teach you some Greek word. The word vision is called optima. Optica. O-P-T-I-C-A. It comes from the word optica. Everybody shout optica. The word optical, that's where opticians come from. Optometry comes from that. The word optica means coming into view. Or can I say, dial it clearer. Dial it clearer. It's blurred. But you turn the knob until you get a clearer view. There's another meaning for optica. It's called sight beyond sight. When you have a different sight, everybody is seeing blur, but you are seeing clear. You won't be the same when you leave from here today. Because you will walk into the midst of those folks you've been hanging up with before, And they will think you are crazy. Because all of a sudden now what is blood to them? I can see clearly now. I wasn't all the way saved. It's still raining to them. But you can see clearly. How? Let me deal with this sight. Quitter, you are trying to make me preach. When you smile like that, I just get happy. You know, I get happy. When I know something is going in, I get happy. You do it to me on this side. I must stay on this side so I can be good for a minute. What is sight within or inside of sight? What is sight within sight? Sight within sight is explained like this. What your eyes can see is so limited compared to what your heart can see. So while others around you are looking with their eyes, you are looking with your heart. Okay, on that basis, let me tell you two kinds of vision. Let's look at two kinds of vision. The first one is called natural vision. That is the vision you see with your eyes. Natural vision. You look into through your eyes, you see natural vision. But there is a second vision that is bigger than natural vision. No, not Daryl's eyeglasses. I got one on too. You know, I can see without my glasses, but I need this to read. And before I cannot see far, and they flip it and do something. Now I can see far, I can't read. The devil is a liar. That's medical vision. But the second vision is called heart vision. And this is my prayer today. And I'm going to tell Pastor Nevin to make this a critical prayer point this month on our prayer line. That God open the vision of my heart. Oh my God. God just opened the vision of my heart. So let me give you a definition for vision. Write it down. Vision is an internalized, give it to me. Vision is an internalized clip of an image of a preferable future that you consider to be worthy. Let me let you get it. I don't like it when they are writing, but you go on writing. You know, if you want me to give it to you, I'll give you the thing. If I want your hearts to listen, then I can post this and you get it in your note. You know, I want your heart to listen. Listen to what this says. Is an internalized. It's in my spirit. Can nobody convince me otherwise? It's in my heart. I internalize it. I internalize it. When you get out of here today, you won't be seeing with your eyes. You will be seeing a glimpse of internalized image. It's an image that is ingrained, that is stamped into the tablet of your heart. It is an image that is driving you, and you're not the one driving yourself. It is an internalized image of the future you want. If the present discourages you, don't you worry. Because all your complaint is about the present. But if you can step over the present and internalize the future that you prefer. If it's black and you want it green, just eternalize green. If you are poor and you want to be rich, just eternalize. Hallelujah. It is so important to me that all I can see is Nestra being built. It is that important to me that when I came here and the real estate agent said, you cannot have this church, it was eternal. It was so big to me until I can see 5 Pavilion of Hope churches sitting in this same sanctuary one day. If it's worth it to you, then you frame that picture of your preferred future, and when you frame it, that is all you see. And as a man thinketh in his soul, I can see me walking through that door. I can see me on the sidewalk. I can see my grandchildren holding my hand. I internalize it. Give me 5. Give me 5, baby. I internalize it. Can't you see that man in the black look just like me? It is so clear in my spirit. It is so clear in my subconscious. It is so clear. Y'all sit down. Y'all sit down. Y'all sit down. What is vision? What is vision? Let me tell you what vision is. Vision is that, listen to this now, which is impacted upon you by God. No, I'm not talking about your head vision. I'm talking about the vision that comes from God is stamped on you. Is stamped on you. You can't get rid of it. You become norm. You become tied to it. You become one with it. Vision is really becoming one with. I'm going to teach a class, a message in this coming month, not too far, about the mind and the will. How the will of God has to penetrate your mind. Your mind's trying to block it, but your spirit is fighting because it's connected to God. And that is the power of vision. The power of vision will walk through the wall built by your human mind because it was impacted in you. Why? Let me show you why, because you haven't seen why.
It's time for a Mind Therapy Minute from Pavilion of Hope Ministries.
The razor is sharp, but can't cut a tree. The axe is strong, but it cannot cut the air. The moral of the story is everyone is important according to their unique purpose. Never look down on anyone unless you are admiring their shoes. At Pavilion of Hope Ministries, our mission is to cultivate and promote the spiritual growth of all people by spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. We are a training ground to equip, disciples with kingdom principles and revelations of the Word of God. We are called to seek and save those that are lost. Please join us for worship at one of our Memphis locations. In the southeast, we have 4170 Riverdale Road, and in FRAYSER, we have 2869 Woodlawn Terrace.
Pavilion of Hope, where we create a culture of change throughout the nations that impact and empowers others to live a Christ-purposed life.
Vision comes from purpose. Say that with me. Vision comes from. So the reason why you can see the future, the bright future, even though you are in the low present, is because vision comes from. And what is purpose? Pavilion of Hope, I've taught it so many times. Purpose is God going to your future and pose and say, take this picture. When you take that picture, then when you are going through trouble and you look like this, God said, that's not where you're going to be. This is whom I made you. I made you look like a. So vision flow from the pose that God had of you before you were formed in the womb of your mother, because per means something that happened before you do anything. So before you were born, P-U-R, per means something that happened before the occurrence. God posed before you were born. I don't care what the devil say. Whatever God posed that I'm going to be, so God knew all along that I will have millions. When I walk in here in September 15, 1978 with $2.14. But God already posed a millionaire. And if I'm crying, some of us, we mess our future up. If I'm crying and say, God, look at this guy now. He got $300. I only got $2.14. If I'm crying because of what I see, because of the present, I mess up the pose that God has for me. If I go do anything else, vision is from your word, purpose. Number two, vision is from your purpose, but is tied to your destiny. Is tied to what? What's the matter with you? When you know that vision, if you open your heart to God, it will show you a vision that is tied to where you're going to end up at. What's the matter with you? I have never seen a group of folks who don't believe themselves. Because that's all you're telling me. If I look at myself in a 5-bedroom or 7-bedroom, 5 fireplace, 7 acres, 2-acre lake. If I look at myself there, then God say that vision was impacted on you by me. And if it was impacted on you by me, no devil in hell can stop it if you can believe it. Listen, this is why I'm so crazy about some of you. And you wondering, why are you crazy about a crazy person like me? Let me tell you why. Because what God has shown me concerning you. I know you don't see it, but I see it. I know you don't believe it, but I believe it. I will invest in you based on what God has shown me concerning you. And I know God is not a man that he should lie. Now, any vision that is not tied to your purpose comes from your head. And if you're trying to live that vision, it's going to frustrate you. So any vision you have to look and say, is this vision from my head, or is this vision imparted from God? Because vision is the reality of purpose. Let me say it again. Vision is the reality of purpose. Purpose has no reality until you can see it in vision. Vision is the reality. Oh, and I feel so bad when I see some people struggling and their future is so bright. Their future is so bright. But they have not attained the reality of purpose. They have not attained the reality of purpose. The reality of purpose. The reality of purpose. Melody walked up to me one day and said, Daddy, you told me not to be like other girls. You told me not to do this. Look at me, I'm getting old, no husband. What's that? I said, baby, but I had a vision. Don't worry about how it look. Don't worry about how it look. The purpose is there. Within 24 months, she was married. Because what it looked like then is not a vision. Is you sitting at the porch of your present and take a gaze at your future. Because vision, listen to this now, give you the purpose of why you are born. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell your neighbor, I'm born for this. Come on, say, I'm born for this. Only vision can give you the purpose of why you are born. Yes. And some of us, we just like, do I go up? Do I go down? No. If you have vision, it gives you purpose of why you are born. And nobody can convince you otherwise, because you know why you are born. Vision is a foresight. Listen to this very well. You know, vision is foresight with insight that's based on hindsight. It is the combination of your past colliding with your present and taking you to your future. So everything you've been through is not wasted. Every tears you've ever cried is not wasted. Every lie ever told on you is not wasted, because vision is your hindsight colliding with your present and giving you a foresight. A foresight. Now, I want to get to another phase of this vision, because every vision needs a perspective. Are you tired yet? I'm not looking at you. I know you got to go to DYERSBURG, but you will go happy. Caruthersville, you will fly over Tennessee River. And BOLIVAR, you ain't got no water to cover. I can keep you here all night. It doesn't matter. I want to get to another phase of this vision very quickly, because I really don't. I want to make our momentum worth coming, because when you leave out of here, you'll be running. You will gather momentum. You will be flying. So let me get into this part of, and I'll probably cut it off after this. Vision needs what is called a perspective. Vision needs a perspective. It needs it because your training, your education, your experience, your skill, everything you have ever done is put together in a Coca-Cola bottle or water bottle, and God shake it together and use that to guide you to your future. He uses your past to prepare you for a future. Can I tell you a short story that probably I've only told my wife? My third year in government technical school, I had wanted to be what is called a fitter machinist. I don't know what a fitter machinist is, but it sounds like a big name and girls will like it. So whatever that trade is that's called fitter machinist, all the girls would think I'm smart. So I wanted to be a fitter machinist. I just found out after I grew up that fitter machinist is welder. Thank you. I needed that. As if hell is not hard enough, I want to be. But I did something wrong. I admit my fault. To my school principal, N.O. Afolabi, Noah Afolabi, which thank God I just found him. He's probably like 200 years old now. But I just found him about 6 months ago. And when I called him, he gave me his number. I said, is this our school? Okay, let me finish it before I tell you what I told him. So instead of allowing me an hour, in the whole state, all the technical schools in the whole state that took the exam in 1973 to pass us into technical school, I was number 2. Only one person was better than me in the whole state. Not state, in the whole country. No, it's the state, it's Quarter State. It's in the whole state. Only one person was better than me. I was that sharp. But me, who was number 2 out of something like 600 students, they did not give me my first choice because I did something wrong, I admit. And he gave me the worst, because it is those who are not skillful that they put in the trade of carpentry. They throw me into carpentry. I have never cried like I cried in my life. And I left school and I went back home. I said, I'm through. I am too sharp, I'm too smart to be in the dumb trade. It is the worst people. Two classes are dumb, you know. Carpentry is one and bricklaying is the other. Now I see why Mexicans are doing that, but that's all right. This is serious, mommy. This is serious. So I left school and went home for 2 weeks. And I get up. You see, what is in me now has been in me a long time. I get up in the morning, ain't got nowhere to go. You know, I has them in my house. If I get up and don't have nowhere to go, I take my truck and drive it. I just have to do something. I can't get up and sit down at home. I can't. I go crazy. Nowhere to go. For 2 weeks, I would sit at the front porch, watch students going to school. I have nowhere to go. I cry. And my daddy said, it is your life. You can do it the way you want. Daddy never chastised me. He just go and pray. So after 2 weeks, I packed my thing, borrowed some money, and traveled back to school. And I said, I'll stay in that class, but I won't learn nothing. That was how mad I was. I went through, graduated in 1976 at the top of that class. The dumb class. I was the smartest dumb. I guess that give me a rank. It's just you didn't make NCAA and you win NIT, so you feel you're somebody. I didn't even know who won NIT last year. So, you know, being the smartest of the dumb doesn't help you. Remember where we are. We are still on vision. And go back one slide. I want you to remember where we are. Go back one on my slide. I want you to remember where we are. I want you to know that your vision, God used God will use the vision to guide you. Okay, all your experience, all your training, everything you've been through is what God used to guide you to prepare you for your future. Because if you go to school to be a goldsmith, God will not give you wealth as a bricklayer. But since we don't know which way God is going, gold sounds good, but what if my destiny is to be a bricklayer? So they throw me in carpentry class, and I got my certificate in carpentry, unbeknown to me that in 1978, this is 1973, that in 1978 there will be an opening for civil engineering, a scholarship that will be awarded to civil engineering, not fitter machinist. And you see that woman with the 3 girls that came to visit me. Was the husband with him? I think the husband, yes, the husband was with him. I call him Oladele, that came to visit, not this trip, the trip before. Yes. He kept telling me, I'm tired of burning metal. Help me. Because he did fitter machinist and we thought he was the top. What I wanted to be. But now he's tired of burning metal. Brought his children to me and his grandchildren. I gave them money to pay their school fees for that semester from a dorm class. But I did not know that in 1978 a scholarship would be awarded to 21 for civil engineering. And if I had done fitter machinist, I would have not qualified. Oh, no, it's bigger than that. I did not know that on September 15, when I landed in 1978, when I landed in Washington, God will ask the ground to give its yield to me. And now I own over 50 properties. I come to preach to somebody who is acting like I'm not preaching to them. That's what you are going through now that look insignificant to you. It's a preparation ground for God to bring you to your destiny. That God has a purpose for where you are and how you are. You may feel you deserve a promotion. You may feel you need to be in another trade. But what you're going through now is God ground to prepare you. Let me rush through this. I'm almost through. Yeah, sit down. Give me about 5 more minutes. I'm almost through. Vision, please listen to this very well. Vision should be out of reach, but not out of sight. I want to blow you out with one scripture, if I can get to it. Our vision should be out of reach, but not out of sight. The reason is that if it's within your reach, it's not even a vision. If it's within a vision, within your reach, it should be out of reach. Why? Because all visions come from God, out of your reach. And vision is always very hard to pursue. You cannot pursue a vision without the help of God. That is why it takes God himself to give you the vision, for you to be so excited about it. It's out of reach because anything from God is always above your capacity as human. You are too human to have the capacity to do what God, oh God, it's always out of reach, but it's not out of sight. So just stand at the porches of your present and create a future that you are looking at and expect God to bring you to that vision. Listen, let me go to a scripture, but before I go to a scripture, is that vision is not blurred. It has to be clear. And you are to be able to write down detail by detail. That's why don't just let anything that cross your mind go to waste. Some of you, too many things cross your mind and you let it go to waste. It is the vision of your future that God is giving you, and you need to be able to write the detail down. Let me get to how vision affects our life. Let me get to that, how vision affects our life, so that we can get to Ephesians 3:20. That's where I'm taking you. Whenever purpose is seen, vision is born. If you see purpose, vision just got born. If you can connect yourself to the purpose that God has done for you, so vision is really a visual manifestation of your destiny. What vision bring effects to a focused life. Oh God, I wish I had time, but I don't have time. Because vision makes your life simple. It makes your life, it makes you focus, and you become like a flint. And when you are focused, you know, when you are focused, listen, there was a time when I was working at the city. I only, you know, somebody saw me at of course, Home Depot. What else do you think? You think you see me at Goldsmith? Somebody saw me at Home Depot and doing like this every hour. When I didn't say nothing, he grabbed his phone and dialed my son. And he said, "Why are you dodging me?" I said, "Dodging you where?" "Yeah, I just saw you in aisle 12. He said, "Are you crazy?" He said, "No, you moved to 13 when I saw you at aisle 12. He said, "Where are you?" He said, "I'm in Home Depot." He said, "Oh." He said, "Let me ask you one question. Is that person have a black pants?" He said, "Yeah." "Does he have a white shirt?" He said, "Yeah." "What about, was the bald head?" "Yes." "What about the tie?" "It's black." He said, "That's my dad." I tell you all this to let you know that vision make your life easy. Because when I was working at the city, you gotta wear a tie, I just buy me a bunch of black pants, bunch of white shirt, so I don't have to enter my closet and have to make a decision of what color to wear. I can only see black and white, so I make my life. And that's what vision does to you. It make your life easy. It make you, it become a source of hope to you. Not manufacturing. It become a source of hope to you. Let me wrap it up. Let me wrap it up. Give me Ephesians 3:20. Is Ephesians 3:20? I want to wrap it up. I jump a lot in my notes. But I see that some of you are hungry, because you will not go past IHOP tonight and don't stop there. I've seen you have a vision of an over easy egg. I want to show you something in this scripture. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you give it to me in the Amplified version? We're going to wrap it up from here. I'm leaving a whole page of slides. But we're going to wrap it up from here. Now, to him who, by or in consequence of the action of his power that is at work within us, where is that action working? No. Before I blow this out, let me tell you where it comes from. In Genesis, the first chapter, when he made you, he blew. He blew something in you. He blew something in you. So vision is not ahead of you. Vision is not behind you. But vision is in. He says, now unto him who, by the reason or the consequence of the action of his power. What is the action of his power? Imparting vision in us. He blew something unto him who blew something in you. Listen to it. Listen to this. That is at work where? Within us. Is able to carry out his word. Your vision is not ahead. It is the purpose of God that he wants to carry out in you. How much to carry out his purpose and do it super. Not just his purpose, his desire to do it is not just abundant, but is super. Far over. Tell your neighbor, far means far. Over means over. And above is far, is over, and is this is where he messed me up. He said, is far, is over, is above all that you dare. God said, I double dare you. God said, I triple dare you. For you to ask or let me settle the fight right here. Let me settle the fight right here. God say, whatever you dare to ask, or whatever you are too ashamed to ask, but you only think of it. God say, my vision in you is greater. You cannot intimidate me by what you ask. You cannot intimidate me by what you think, because no matter how big what you think is, my vision for you is somebody shout, it's greater.
Thank you for watching. I'm sure you were richly blessed by this message. For more life-changing messages from Bishop Wesley Arije, visit us on social media. To know more about Pavilion of Hope, please visit our website at www.pavilionofhope.net or join us as a special guest for our Transformation service every Sunday at any of our locations closest to you. Pavilion of Hope, where faith is renewed and hope is restored.